and let us all do we can to build a better future.
We're going to do a quick little switch right here to the title of this article that I found, and I love it so much. It's beautiful. Turns out Trump offers timeline for a 2024 presidential run announcement. Now, again, I didn't think that, this was not going to happen. Of course, Trump was going to run again in 2024. We all saw this coming. And he has his timeline all set up on how he's going to do it. So Donald Trump has said he will probably announce, quote unquote, but he's going to probably announce whether he will run for president in 2024 after the 2022 midterm election cycle. So again, I think that's a smart move because who knows how the midterms will play out. We've talked on the show before, again, how the Democrats are walking into disaster, but depending on voter turnout or how the Democrats are going to really give out their message, that election can go any which way. In my opinion, the Democrats are going into a slaughter and they're going to lose seats in the United States Senate and House. If they somehow pull this out of the fire, good luck to them. But if the Republicans are able to sweep the Democrats, that'll be a perfect opportunity for Donald Trump to make his announcement and run again in 2024. Continuing on, the comment comes after the former president released a statement targeting some fellow Republicans. Waiting to announce his decision on running for president until after the 2022 midterm election cycle is probably appropriate, Trump told Fox News. I think a lot of people will be very happy, frankly, with the decision and probably will announce that after the midterms, the former president said, echoing other recent comments, neither confirming nor denying an eventual run. Trump hinted, however, that he is not committed to that timeline, saying that he believes many Republicans hoping for a shot at the White House are eagerly waiting his decision. We have a lot. They're all very well named, but almost all of them said if I run, they'll never run. He said something he believes demonstrates loyalty and respect for him in the party. In a statement released over the weekend, Trump had much harsher words for currently serving Republicans, specifically the rhinos in the House and Senate, who gave President Joe Biden a victory with the recent massive infrastructure spending bill. Massive infrastructure spending bill. It's $1.2 trillion. That's not a lot of money. It's weak sauce, but okay, if that's what Trump thinks is a large amount of money, then okay. But for our viewing audience, I think we know how weak that is because let's face it, when it comes down to the military-industrial complex or bailing out corporations or banks, $1 trillion isn't going to be enough. They're going to get a lot more than just $1 trillion. All Republicans who voted for Democrats' longevity should be ashamed of themselves, Trump wrote, specifically calling out Senator Mitch McConnell, Turtle Boy Mitch McConnell, for helping to give the administration more time to solve the looming debt ceiling. The $1 trillion plus spending package, which covers everything from infrastructure to expanded social programs, was recently pushed through Congress with a surprising amount of Republican support, with 13 Republicans in the House voting for it and 19 Republicans in the Senate, including Mitch McConnell, previously doing the same in August. Trump did tell Fox that there are still a lot of great people in the Republican Party, including many that he would consider making his running mate. And that's very interesting. Now, he names a lot of names in this article about who could be his potential running mate, but Pence's name isn't brought up. And for those of you who don't remember, Pence's name was pulled out of a hat, and he was just one person, I guess, Trump just really didn't care about. But when it comes down to vice president, if there's going to be another 2024 presidential election run, he's going to choose his own VP, and it's probably not going to be Pence. So that will be very interesting to see. And if that does play out, what does it mean in long term for the Republican primary, especially if Trump wants to pick a VP right away? So, final note for this story, let's look at this. And let's be very clear about this. Trump triggers a lot of people in the Democratic Party, a lot of liberals, and he's going to run again. In 2016, he was boosted by corporate media, constantly covered by corporate media. Corporate media covered his empty podium, and Trump was able to successfully win that 2016 election cycle. And throughout his entire presidency, all what corporate media could do was talk about Trump. And now that we're in 2020, and again, Trump isn't president, the sad fact is the ratings for corporate media have been falling drastically. Trump was their big booster shot. Trump was the person that was making them relevant again. And as we go into 2024, be prepared to see so many video pieces and articles from establishment media talking about Trump. But see, Trump isn't the problem with our democracy. Our democracy was sick a long time ago. With the Supreme Court, was the United States Supreme Court making money in politics legal, with Citizens United and McCutcheon's decision as well, with our own elected officials who have, again, who are thoroughly corrupt through and through. The establishment made Trump. Trump is a symptom of what's wrong with our political system. Trump is the example of what happens when we have a government that is thoroughly corrupted, both parties. And again, Trump is going to run again in 2024. So that's the issue that we're dealing with. That's something we're seeing firsthand. So everyone, 2024 should be very interesting. I wonder what the Democrats are going to do.